everybody, it's me, Joe. Hopefully you can hear me. We're taking over space on the Black Cape tonight. Had a little bit of a disruption with the family, so we're like shaking things up. Okay, so this week I'm going to run through some of the things that some of the news that's been catching our eye. Some things that you guys have been hearing about. Hashtag Free Britney. And some of the things that maybe not, that seems to be slowly filtering into the timeline, like TikTok strike. Okay, so let's get started. I'm sure that you guys have been hearing about this Free Britney thing. What is that about? Well. Free Britney is all about it goes back to 2007. Hey, babe. Glad you're here. Glad you found me. Sorry I'm late. But we're talking about Free Britney. It goes back to 2007. Ish, probably later, when Britney, you remember bald Britney? You remember when she went bald? You remember the umbrella swinging, the showing off her, or stepping out of no, that was Lindsay Lohan that was getting out of the cars without any underwear on. No, she was like really, really just flying into, they were catching her on camera flying into a rage. Now we're kind of thinking that maybe that was set up, because it seems that as Britney has been talking in this court case that she's been having, we've been finding out a lot of things, and some of those things include the fact that she may not have been what we were thinking, and it may have just been a money grab for her dad and her family, including the sister. And I always thought her and her sister were tight. Apparently her and her sister are not tight. Britney did it. Okay, did nobody say she didn't do it? But I mean, she did fly into a rage, but does it mean that she still needs somebody controlling everything she did? I mean, they won't even let her have control over her reproduction at all. They made her throw in an IUD and she can't have any more kids because they say so. The woman can't control her own uterus. That's a problem. It is. And if you go and listen to the court cases, if you look at the Free Britney hashtag, just type in hashtag Free Britney, you will see a lot of what I'm talking about. So I want you guys to go look at this and and see what you see, and then we can discuss it another time. But yeah, look up the hashtag Free Britney. See what you find. I think that some of the stories you're gonna the no underwear car thing. Okay, yeah, okay, she did it too. There was a lot of them doing it that time, but there's a lot. She spoke out in court. I'm trying to find. Oh, okay, so Harper's Bazaar did a good story on it. I'm gonna give you a link. So remember to always check the comments. If you're getting here and you're watching this, the recorded section, go to the chat, check the comments, because I'm putting in links to everything I'm talking about. So so you can go back and see it. So this conservatorship started in 2008. Her dad basically went to court, said she's out of control. I need to take over her money. Okay, it seemed quite plausible at that point. I don't think a lot of us knew that he still had control of her money now. He still does. And so she's testifying in court. He's testifying in court. You got all these testimonies, and you're finding out that dude does not have just control of her money. He has control of her body, of her mental health, of everything. I mean, she said that she was forced to take lithium at one point because of what her dad thought was her going manic at one point. What is this? In this day and age, this is 2021. How is this happening? So yeah, it's really, really bad. And so the fans have been together, well, in this Free Britney movement for so long, so they have all this stuff built up. And and so they have a host of evidence because she's been talking to her fans. That's the only people that she can really get to is not after her stuff, it seems like. So go ahead and check this out on Harper's Bazaar. It's really really odd, some of the stuff. See if I can share my screen here so you can see it. If you can just look. So we go through and they've been doing a Free Britney for quite a while. But I mean, her conservatorship started when she was just, she was so young. Yeah. So, and then there's talk that, the conservatorship says that if something happens to Britney, the boys don't get the money, her sons, the sister does. So anyway, go check this out. Do your research, dig into it. We're going to dig into this probably on Bitch What or another Multiversity show a little bit deeper. It's deep. There's a lot, y'all. There's a lot. So yeah, just really, really dig into this. Next, I want to jump into something else. It is, y'all. Okay, so we all know, and this has been going on for a while now. It's been going on since music has been a thing. Creators, Black creators, getting their stuff stolen by white creators. It's been happening for so long. They called it covering. I mean, where you covered the music of someone else. So you had Chuck Berry come out with all these hits, but then you had all these white bands that actually made the money from it until he crossed over and started, getting some appeal from the white fans himself. Well, it's happening again, and it's happening on TikTok. So we've all heard how you got these young Black women, mostly, who come up with these dances on TikTok. But it's the white creators who are getting the money, we're getting the fame. There was this most recent one about a white creative who went on Jimmy Kimmel to do a dance that she didn't even create, and she didn't even do it right. So the dances they're taking, they're even watering them down. So the Black TikTokers, we're on strike. They're striking. They're not doing this anymore. So there has been some great TikToks. If you go on TikTok and you look up this TikTok strike, just type it in as a hashtag, you will see Black creators will stitch or get the video of a white creator, and then they will add on their commentary. So this latest thing is Megan Thee Stallion's newest video, Thought Shit. In her song, it's a great song, great video. It's been out for well over a week, and no one had no Black. Well, I think a few Black creators have now, but it took them well over a week before a Black creator would make a dance to it. And even the dances they made were too complicated for the average white person to do. So that's they're like, no, we're going to prove that we're the ones that create the trends. So the song has been out. It's been covered by millions. It's got millions of hits. It's been covered by hundreds of thousands of creators. But there's no dance trend. There's always a dance trend when a song goes viral. Not this time, because Black creators have said no. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant, and I think that it proves unequivocally that who's making the content here. It proves it. So yeah, I think that you should go on TikTok and look, and you'll see some great content by some great creatives. I try to pull up some here. This is from my husband. He's white. He's talking about his people, y'all. I mean, he knows his people. So yeah, it's And it's like now, there are receipts for this. That's all that's happening right now is there are receipts for all of this. They have proof. They have the proof now that Black creatives make the trends, they make the music because why? Why? Because there's been no trending music now that they have not done anything. So let me see. I liked a video. Hang on. There have been so many good videos put out. Let me see if I can get one up. Because y'all, it's been really hilarious. And so most of the videos of the white TikTokers, the dancers, that they'll try to make is them just kind of waving their hands in the air, which is hilarious. But you know, or they're just trying to move weirdly, oddly. It's really, yeah. And they're all over. Here's one. Let's see if I can do this one. Oh, sorry about that. Let me share my screen with you guys, and you can watch this one. Here's a good one to go from. Okay. This is the song. I think I should. Oh, I'm gonna mute it because YouTube is gonna get me for copyright. But this talks about the strike, Black women trying to make a dance to this song, trying not to make a dance to this song, and so this is the create. So even though there's a strike, you still got people creating. 54,000 likes on this one. And the comments, y'all have to get in the comments. The comments are great on these. And here's the song here. So yeah, just you put in the name of the song, you put in TikTok strike, anything like that, you'll come up with some stuff. Yeah, and it's really interesting. And it's really interesting because the song itself, the video for the song, it talks about how you can't get away from Black women and everything that we do for society. We're everywhere. We're all over the place. So I think it's almost meta, you know. So yeah, go ahead and check that out, and we'll jump on to our next topic. There's a lot of videos though, I'm going to tell you, so you may get stuck in a spiral. And you may get, I mean, I'm just warning y'all. I mean, there's a lot. So let's get into our next one. So, okay, how long have we been waiting to see our favorite Black heroes get their day, their comics, the rollout from a major publisher, to basically get their time in the sunshine, right? Well, one comic has happened for, but people have gotten weird about it. There's been an odd backlash. Talking about the Milestone mess. Milestone Comics has returned. There was this huge issue 0 that basically set the groundwork for all of the characters. You had Static Shock, you had Hardware, you had Icon and Rocket, you had all these other characters in there, and in the Dakotaverse, basically, in one comic. And then they've been rolling out the rest of them slowly. So Static Shock is the latest. You guys know Static from the old. This is the first issue here. Let me see if I can get it before. Static Shock. This is him way back when. This is the Static we remember, right? Well, Static is back, and people are saying Black people love it. I mean, we love it. There has been a host though of YouTubers, white YouTubers, who are saying, hell no, we don't like this new Static for 2021. Why? Why don't they like him? He's too political. All of y'all who know Static, who've seen the man, who've read the comics back in the day, you can take a moment and laugh. Go ahead. I'll give you a moment. Go ahead. Take a moment and laugh. Everyone else, if you're not in the know, the reason why this is so funny is because Static Shock was started as a funny, not as funny, as politics. You had in that comic I just showed you, this kid who was in the middle of two rival gangs coming at one another, right? And he gets doused with this gas that gives him powers. This gas that's like an experimental, serum that police are using, right? And he gets powers and he can control electricity. And he goes and he's fighting his bully and he's fighting gang members. And, he's in love with a friend of his who happens to be a teen mom, Rocket. Remember I said Icon and Rocket? Well, Rocket had a baby as a teenager. There's one of the characters who ended up having an episode where she OD'd. Oh yeah, it was tear gas. Okay. She OD'd. She didn't die, but she had a crack habit. They talked about crack or the equivalent of in this story in the Dakotaverse. But today's Static, this guy here, apparently they want this guy, but they don't want any Black Lives Matter, anything. They don't want anything to do with black. I don't even think they want you to say black, I guess. I don't know because I'm not understanding it. I'm not getting it. So the new Static, right? He gets his powers. He's at a Black Lives Matter protest, and the police that we've seen, we saw them tear gassing people all last year. Still, even for protests that are still going on. There's this experimental tear gas. They launch it into the crowd. And he gets doused with it. And he gets these powers. They don't like the Black Lives Matter. They don't like any of this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because, listen. Gangbang, anti-gang messaging, anti-drug messaging, anti-black racism-based stories, those were all a part of the whole Static legacy, right? And going out further in the Milestone universe, y'all know Icon's mama was enslaved. Like, Icon is an alien, but his mom, the mother who adopted him, was enslaved. She was an enslaved woman. Icon grew up in slavery. How are you going to talk about a superhero who grew up in slavery without politics? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, let's just say this. All these fan bros that are crying their eyes out about this, what their problem is not the politics of Static, not the politics of Black Lives Matter. It is in a roundabout way, but it's not the politics of the Milestone universe. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking that a lot of them never read the first one, so they don't even know what they're complaining about. Their problem is they use these comics to escape. The Static they saw on TV, they didn't understand what was really going on as kids. So to them, there was no politics in it. But to us, little black kids growing up, there's politics all up and down and through them because we were political. Our parents taught us about race and everything else. So seeing it on TV was just like, oh my God, to us. They cannot go into the Static Shock that they thought they knew from their childhood and escape this world where Black Lives Matter is saying you need to worry about black people. They can no longer go and, hey, Beyond Comics. They can no longer go and say, I can't, I'm going into my comics to get away from all this black talk, all this race talk, all this talk about George Floyd, which the verdict today I don't know. It makes reviews. We're glad he got something, but he needed more, a lot more, y'all. But anyway, that's something else. But they can't escape into comics for that. Why? Because it's in the comics. The stuff they're running from, the racism they're running from, is in the comics. And so they're uncomfortable. They're crying to DC, get this out. We need a safe haven. We need a safe haven. And our safe haven is gone. DC, come talk to me. Okay. Just listen to me. If you listen to us, people that look like, and you keep going with Milestone and the Dakotaverse as is, and you ignore all the whiny babies who are getting their safe space taken away, and now they're being forced to listen to the Black people, I guarantee you that you will end up being a part of the change. Why? Because people don't change until they're uncomfortable. Until they're so uncomfortable that they want to try to get comfortable again. How do you get comfortable again? You solve the problem. So they can't escape all of this talk about Black Lives Matter, police brutality, racism, anti-Blackness. If they can't escape it, what's the next thing to do? Fix it. So DC, you have the opportunity here to be a part of the solution. Need some ideas? Look a sister up. I got some. I got you. But to all the fan bros out there who I know are probably going to take this if they, see it and have all kinds of SJW, everything else to say about me. Okay, whatever. But we all know what's going on with y'all. Go cry to somebody else and leave our Dakotaverse alone. Thank you very much. With that said, do I have it here? Ooh, I don't have it here. I have a giveaway for this, everyone who's watching this and everyone who will watch it. So for the next week, guys, if you like and subscribe to my videos, and yes, I'm typing this into the banner, One Woman Show, that's me, like and subscribe to Multiversity and the Black Cape, and or all of the new subscribers will be in the running, in the drawing for a Milestone Returns comic. I will also throw in an Invincible #1 comic, the Amazon reprint, not the number one that's worth a couple $100. Slow your roll. We ain't do that. I'll also throw in a #1 of Keanu's new comic series Berserker that got picked up as well. So 3 comics, 1 winner. All you got to do is like and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to put this up and there. So yeah, like and subscribe to this channel to win. So I'll be putting up another graphic that'll be going up on social media. That'll have more. That'll actually have the comments. See, this is what happens when you're doing stuff like this at home with kids. A lot of us are still doing this. You get prepped and put stuff where they go. And then you get a 5-year-old who comes in here looking for, something like a hairbrush. And she's like moving at things and putting things everywhere. And I will get those comics and they'll probably be on top of the file cabinet or something. I don't know. But anyway, they're still in pristine, great condition. My husband is a collector. He's sending out high grade comics. Yes. The foil cover of Static Shock. Oh, you're going to throw that in. Okay, so House of L Comics is going to throw in the foil cover of Static Shock. Cool. Check his YouTube out, guys. On Saturdays, he has a sale He has like dollar comics. He has this dollar sale where he like gives out some kick-ass comics. He has signed stuff. Who do you think found me my static? And he also found me this one. Y'all remember the static that had the condom in it? This one. So yeah, he finds great comics. Great grade comics. Including, to show you, this is my birthday comic. Still wrapped up, guys. Still wrapped up. I got to show you this. My favorite artist is David Mack. So David Mack did a cover for the wedding issue. I'm trying not to hit the light here. You see, he's got the Joker in the background, and then he did a doodle right here and signed the doodle. So hubby found this for me and he got it graded right here. He got it graded and encased for me for my birthday. Anyway, so I'll put that back. But anyway, that's what he does. He's those for sale and he has some to show. So tune in on Saturdays to House of L Comics. Yeah. Duffy and the other creators are involved. Besides for Dwayne Duffy, other creators involved. See, and that's another thing about Static and the Dakotaverse, all the Milestone comics. You've got Black stories by Black people, by Black creators that are coming out. We want this to go out too because it'll open doors for more of us to get into this and get into this realm. And if we can shut up the fan babies, that's what I'm calling them, these streamers and bloggers who have rated Static and Milestone returns at the lowest they can go, fan babies. If we can get past them and their, I'm going to cry and whine because my safe space has been stolen, because I have to think about Black people now. If we can get past them, then I think that we can start, Jim Lee, you can start something great here. Just keep going. Ignore them. Put your earphones on. You won't hear them. You won't hear them at all. Okay. So like and subscribe to this channel. Now I have 4 comics to give away. There will be a graphic picture for you to see. We will give them away next week on Friday. During Friday night show at 9 o'clock. Okay. So my last thing, this is going to be a short session. I just wanted to pick on some topics that I've been seeing up and around, and update on some things. One of the things is, have you guys been hearing about the Hollywood Foreign Press? So the Hollywood Foreign Press is this big institution, and they are the ones who vote on the Golden Globes. They decide who gets a Golden Globe. Well, you notice the Golden Globes have been really weird, right? Really weird. Like Emily in Paris won a Golden Globe, but you had others who, like Michaela Coles, I May Destroy You. You have so many others. I mean, even Witcher was better than Emily in Paris. You have them all, these odd winnings and pairings and things, and it's like this. Y'all didn't watch these movies, did y'all? They didn't. We're finding out that and a lot of other stuff as Hollywood is taking this institution to task and saying, y'all got to do better. So they've also found out that there's not been a Black person in this membership for 20 years. Black critics like me, we're all over. We've been around for a long time. I've not been around for 20 years, but I have colleagues who've been around for longer than 20 years. So that's not the problem. We've been here. We've been reporting, doing this. But they've not had us in their number. There are members who are actually saying that the reason why is because they didn't think they needed Black people. They didn't think they needed us. So they didn't see the point. They don't see the point. So you've not you so you've got all of this anti-blackness happening that they don't think is a problem. It's not racism. But they don't not see that the problem is related to them not having black people in their number. And I've even been told by some that they're not racist. They just, they're not from here. And different countries do it different ways. But different countries do have anti-blackness. And we know that because one of the most vocal members, who's been saying stuff that she really probably shouldn't, talked about not needing black people, while the Aboriginal community, the indigenous community in New Zealand and Australia area, the Maori and the black Maori people and the black indigenous people, they have come together to make an institution to combat them, to shout out about the anti-blackness. You have essays and articles coming out now about people. Here's one. I'm going to show it to you. It's called Whose Lens Is It Anyway? This one came out in March, but in New Zealand, but it was sent to me just recently. New Zealander here. They're set in their ways. It's how they are. Yep, that's exactly what they're saying. They're set in their ways. It's how they are. They don't know any better. Well, it's time to change. I'm going to show you this from Spinoff here. Share my screen with you. Okay. So, whose lens is it anyway? So this talks about the Golden Globe. And I'm going to butcher this up, but it's Aotearoa is what this is. So these people have gotten together. And they're like, no more. So the problem's not even in LA. This is in Australia, New Zealand, that these people are getting together and they're saying, nope, we're not doing this. They pointed out the Black Lives Matter. I pointed out this thing they put out about being committed to transforming to change and yada yada yada. Y'all know the white print on the black background where they're saying we're not racist, but basically this stuff they're saying they're not racist, but they all turn out to be racist. That's what that was. They did that in March. But in Australia, New Zealand, these women are saying, no, you're missing us. You're missing our people. You're missing stuff that is important to us. This article is amazing because one of the things that it has is actual quotes from the people. The Australian representative. I don't know if this woman needs a PR firm, I guess, because she was the one that talked about. She's the one that put out there that there was no black people on there. She's the one who said there's no black people, y'all. So anyway, they've been given, so you know that there's not going to be any Golden Globes in 2022. NBC says nope. The production company, Dick Clark Productions, nope. The publicist, we're not sending our people. The black people, we ain't going. So they're not doing a Golden Globes in 2022. They're trying to get back for 2023, but this group is not doing anything to change. All they're doing is making more trouble. And so there are some members who are now who stepped down and they've resigned from the group here. And they're calling it toxic. And they're saying that there needs to be transparency and inclusivity. And they need the people who are there to get out. There's like 87 members. Probably a small percentage of them, maybe. You probably be lucky to find 10 who are actual real live journalists. I know at least 2 who are that I've actually talked to. And those 2 are actively like, we're trying to change things. But you've got probably 10 that are active. The rest, some of them are not even journalists. Some of them are just photographers. Some of them just, I don't know, they're authors. They wrote a book about something that's not even filmed. If you go through the list that people, that nobody has, just gonna smile about that. But you go through the list of names, You'll find all kinds of things. But these people are saying there's more. There's more. There needs to be new bylaws. There needs to be more transparency. They're saying there was racism. They're saying there's bullying. Bullying, y'all, bullying and badgering of talent and publicists. So when you hear about the Hollywood Foreign Press next time, I'm going to be following this. When you hear next about it, just remember, y'all, it's not just these people are going to say, oh, we've been Me Too'd, but with racism. No. Any group that does not have Black people in it in 2021, y'all got a problem. There are country clubs around the country that have Black people that have started letting Black people in, and they haven't. Come on now. So yeah, it's interesting what they're going to do. They allegedly hired a firm to help them. The firm that they had before was actually run by the woman who was the woman who was like the real life Olivia Pope. Now, I'm not joking. Like Shonda Rhimes based her Olivia Pope off of this woman. They had that woman helping them out. She quit. It's in the article. Read it. I'll get you this Hollywood Reporter one. She quit. Y'all, they got on Olivia Pope's nerves so bad that she had to quit. That tells you how awful these people are. Just saying. It tells you how bad it is. So anyway, yeah, it's something else. It's something else. So yeah, that's it for the news. I'm not, like I said, I'm going to have it truncated tonight. We are going to have a longer segment next week talking about the different things going on. There's all kinds of things going on with the Olympics already. There's all kinds of things going on. We've got to talk about Suicide Squad a little bit, right? Just a little bit. How many of y'all now think it's a good movie? It's going to be a good movie after saying and talking trash about it all year. I did trash talk it a little bit. I'll admit that. And then, so yeah, get on TikTok, look around, look at this strike, find some of your favorite TikToks, share them with me, tag me if you find some, and like and subscribe to win. The new subscribers to Moldiversity and the Black Cape are going to be in the running for 4 new comics, 4 high-grade comics coming straight from House of L Comics. One of the new Milestone returns, the Static Shock with the foil cover, the Invincible #1, the Amazon reprint, and Keanu's Berserker. These are some great comics. Some great value too. The values on these comics keep going up and up and up. So, they're almost a little bit of an investment, especially if you get them encased in plastic. That's my version of calling CBC. Where they grade it and encase. Yeah. Okay, you get it. Anyways, that's all for this week. I will see you guys next week, and we will have a bunch more to talk about, because I won't have family to race back to. Okay. Bye now.